swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will give faithful service to this Parliament and support and uphold the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda as by law established. So help me God.
Thank you.
While chairing the sitting, the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Anita Annette Amang, congratulated Ngabirano on her successful elections and urged her
Honorable Grace Akifesa,
of being a people's
you're most welcome to the
institution.
11th Parliament. That's not how we behave. We don't shout always. I think they're only excited seeing you. You're most welcome to 11th Parliament. This is a people-centered parliament, and where we believe we should take parliament to the people and bring people to the Parliament of Uganda. I want to urge you to be a servant leader. Serve your people of Kisoro. Start from where the late left.
The Speaker of Parliament handed a copy of the Constitution and the Rules of Procedure of Parliament to Ngabirano to guide her legislative duties.
And for you to be effectively perform your duty, here is a constitution for you, the supreme law of the land, and here are the rules of procedure that you'll be using in your day-to-day work. I want to congratulate you for coming to the 11th Parliament.
Among also designated a new legislator to the Sectoral Committee on Education and Sports and the Standing Committee on Public Accounts, Local Government.
Being an independent member of Parliament, you'll sit direct there or on the other side. But since you independent member of Parliament, please, you're my member of Parliament, you're independent, please go and sit in the middle there. Just next to Sechkubo, Honorable Sechkubo. Next to Honorable Sechkubo.
The Electoral Commission declared Ngabirano winner of the Kisoro District Woman Member of Parliament by elections held after garnering 50,459 of the total cast votes against 44,982 obtained by her closest contender, Rose Kabageni of the National Resistance Movement Party. Ngabirano has a background in human rights, having served as a senior rehabilitation officer with the Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development, and later with the National Human Rights Organization of Kenya. Gntv at 12.
Thank you, Desire, for that report. Now, away from that, Honorable Matthew Sumpuga, the Commissioner of the Parliament of Uganda, has raised alarming concerns of Ugandans who usually disappear when apprehended by the security agencies of Uganda. Honorable Mpuga says that when he was still the leader of opposition in Parliament, he raised these concerns, but up to now, nothing has ever been done by the government of Uganda. We have more.
Honorable Matthias Mpuga, the Member of Parliament representing the people of Nyendo Mukungwe Municipality in Masaka District, says that the government of Uganda, under the leadership of His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, does not mind about the people and to see that its citizens have peace in the country.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I love the fact that my brother, the government chief whip, talks of playing by the rules, which is really a very good thing. I hope he's not rendering lip service to it. Right Honorable Speaker, in the House plenary, during the third session of the second meeting, particularly on Tuesday, 5th December 2023,
the parliamentary commissioner says that when he was still acting as the leader of opposition in parliament, raised the issues of citizens of Uganda who always disappeared from the eyes of the people in a ninja way, saying that these matters, since he raised them, have never been dealt with and those Ugandans are still missing.
the House debated and considered matters relating to a response by the then leader of the opposition on the subject matter of alleged enforced disappearance of persons. And from that debate, the House took 4 resolutions, Right Honourable Speaker, to wit, that the House Committee on Human Rights and Defense, with that of Defense and Internal Affairs, investigates the violation of human rights in the various fishing communities across the country and report to the House. 2, that the Land Attorney General reports to the House in 30 days then on the listed political prisoners and their continued detention without trial. 3, that the Minister of Internal Affairs reports to Parliament on the progress of reported fresh investigations on the missing 18 persons, Right Honourable Speaker. And 4, that the Human Rights Commission will reinvestigate the matter of missing persons. Right Honourable Speaker, 2 issues from my procedure matter.
He raised these issues in Parliament yesterday and marred about the continued disappearance of people, pinning and cautioning the government of Uganda for its credibility.
1, that on issue 2, the government, by prerogative of the President, released some political prisoners. I will not go into the nature of conditions thereof, because as a lawyer, that is a new precedent in our jurisprudence. But 3, the Minister of Internal Affairs was supposed to make a report because they committed that they are investigating the 18 missing persons. It is 26th December 2024, Right Honourable Speaker. There's no report on the missing persons. Sorry, November, Right Honourable Speaker, I beg your pardon. There's no report. But the persons are still missing, Right Honourable Speaker. The denial was debunked because I provided evidence of the existence and the abduction, Right Honourable Speaker. May we get your guidance where the government vacated their former position and they are no longer the government, that we can seek answers from another entity, Right Honourable Speaker.
Gntv at 12.
Thank you, Desire, for that report. Now, in other news, the leader of opposition in the Parliament of Uganda, Honourable Joe Senyonyi, has tasked the government of Uganda through the office of the Speaker of Parliament, Her Right Honourable Anita Among, to explain why opposition leaders in the country are always harassed. Joe raised these issues during yesterday's plenary sitting at the Parliament of Uganda in Kampala. We take a look.
The leader of opposition, Honorable Joel Senyonyi, has tasked the government of Uganda to explain the circumstances surrounding the arrest of former presidential candidate Dr. Kano Kizza Besigye in Kenya and his subsequent alignment before the court-martial in Uganda.
I'm seeking through your office that government would help us understand something that's seemingly convoluted of late. Ugandans travel within the East African community, and it should be freely anyhow. But government has severally been picking people, especially from Kenya, who have traveled. The first lot went for a training. They were picked and brought back. Most recently, a senior opposition leader in this country, your former leader, Right Honourable Speaker.
Senyonyi's remarks came during a plenary sitting where he expressed concerns over the government's modus operandi in handling cases involving Ugandan citizens traveling abroad. The leader of opposition also questioned the legality of Besigye's arrest, particularly about the charges of possession of an illegal gun.
Dr. Kizza Besigye was picked from Nairobi, Kenya, by Ugandan security operatives who brought him here, and now he's before the court-martial. Many things confused me, even as a lawyer, that I thought government would probably elucidate on, so that we have a good understanding. Even those of us who are trying to understand the legalities, to know on behalf of the country how this gets to happen, that it can be okay for people to continuously be picked from a neighboring country. I heard one of the issues they were raising was he was found with a gun in Kenya, and I kept thinking, but jurisdiction-wise, that doesn't work. It should be Kenya to complain. So many questions, and yet the answers are too few. I thought government would help us understand. Has this become the modus operandi? As citizens who normally travel to these other countries?
Honorable Lope, as I had already said, there is a statement to that effect coming from Honorable Semujo, and he actually served it to my office.
Honorable Joel Sonyonyi also raised the issue of the Speaker of Parliament not apologizing to the country following the remarks the Speaker uttered out during the Coffee Amendment Bill.
Honorable Speaker, you said that you will only apologize, and you challenged me, and I took up the challenge. You said that you can only apologize if I table evidence showing that you made remarks which were tribal, in my view. I thought, who am I to be challenged by the Speaker and I don't follow through? Honorable Speaker, I have carried some evidence which I want to table. You will look at it and examine it. It's both on CD and flash disk, which has got videos.
Where is the origin of that?
Of remarks that you made.
But the Speaker was furious about that issue, asking the Leader of Opposition to trace the origin of that question.
No, I am not.
Because when you get what is being broadcasted there, it is not what I have said. The broadcaster is broadcasting its own things. It is not, if you want, go to the Hansard. That is, go to the Hansard and get it from there, and it will be authentic. And I can assure you, once you have it and it is authentic, this country has my apology.
Lope further raised the issue of investigating those people who entered the Parliament of Uganda during the Coffee Amendment Bill hearing, asking who were the operatives and who sent them. But the Speaker declined that they were not operatives.
Let me just wrap up and my colleague comes on. I'm just wrapping up, Right Honourable Speaker, with the final issue. And you have actually mentioned what I wanted to say, that Honourable Speaker, you expunged remarks from the Hansard about a claim that I made of security operatives raiding the chambers of Parliament after the media was chased away, lights switched off, and our colleagues, including women, were bundled up by men and all of that. And I said, Right Honourable Speaker, who are these? Who, in my view, were security operatives? And you said that that was a defamatory statement because these were not operatives. I said, well, good enough, the Speaker is our leader here. There are cameras here who can help us understand who raided this place, who manhandled Honorable Aisha and all the other people that were manhandled.
The Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Anita Annette Among, says that Uganda will benefit from amending the coffee bill because so far the coffee prices have already gone high.
Incidentally, that statement of yours that day was expunged from the Hansard because there was nobody to elaborate on it, and you had already left the house. But going back to coffee bill, you've gone back to the coffee bill. Actually, the coffee prices have gone up.
GNTV at 12.
We appreciate your desire for that report. Now, in Rwanda district, holiday makers across the country have been urged to respect their bodies, avoid bad peer groups, and respect their parents if they are to go back to school for the next year, for the academic year 2025. This call was made by the board member of the 7 International Community of Banyakigezi, Ivrin Nsima Chikafunda, during her visitation at St. Agatha Girls Secondary School in Rwanda district. Our reporter has more.
Ivrin Nsima Chikafunda, board member of the International Community of Banyakigezi ICOB, Apex, and CEO of Live to Inspire Uganda, has called upon students to exercise responsibility, discipline, and faith during their upcoming long holidays and festive season. Speaking during an inspirational talk at St. Agatha Girls Secondary School, Kakore, in Rwanda District, Honorable Chikafunda advised learners to remain vigilant, avoid harmful influences such as bad peer groups, alcoholism, disobedience, and fornication, and focus on making positive contributions to their families and communities.
The ICOB Apex definitely does not only give, computers or ICT and e-learning centers, but we look at the quality, the values, the character, the principles, of the students, both boys and girls. But definitely, St. Agatha being a girls' school, we really had to come and speak to the girls. And I'm so happy that they were very, inspired, and they had so many, take-homes, and it is really good to live by example. And at the end of it all, we really gifted some of the students with piglets, which they are going to rear in their homes, and see how they champion sustainable development, beginning from their household.
She further raised concerns about students' exposure to the internet and mobile phones, especially during their adolescent years. She urged parents and guardians to closely monitor and guide their youths in navigating the digital world, warning against the dangers of straying into unproductive or harmful activities.
We are now in the .com era, and most of the students, of the people, access a lot of, phones, and there's quite a lot on these phones, and it is really important to really remind, the students, the girls, that they really have to take care of themselves, have self-control, in whatever they do outside school, school premises. And there are so many challenges, definitely. We must admit that we are human beings, and usually during this adolescent stage, there's quite a lot of temptation. And if you're not guided on how to live a very principled, decent, purposeful, focused life, many of the girls, both teenagers and youth, tend to stray away.
Honorable Ndiamuhachi from the Diocese of Chigezi Anglican Youth Missioners reminded the students that one's background does not determine their future.
It is very hard. Conquer. It is at this stage when you have your destination within your hands, like you are holding a glass. Anyone who survives the destruction of this stage is a qualified great person in the destination. I repeat, everyone, irrespective of your background, irrespective of who your parents are, irrespective of the different descriptions that you have in the school, irrespective of your current identity, everyone will want to win or a singular stage.
The students and staff of St. Agatha Girls Secondary School, Kakore, expressed gratitude for the words of encouragement. Patrick Tumwesije, the deputy head teacher, noted that engagements like this with various stakeholders prepare the girls for the challenges and opportunities during their holidays.
Prepare the girls for the holiday in a way that we have had several engagements with the resourceful persons, particularly the clergy, the parish priest, Catholic parish, who has given them morals and values that will guide them how to live in the community amidst the challenges they face in the villages where they come from. For today it was wonderful. We had a man of God, Mr. Yamashi, who has given them at least a lot of hope that can guide them on what to do basically when they go to the village. Where he has told them that their future is turning by today.
I have read a poem about climate change because it inspires us about climate change, and also always inspires us in everything. So in her words, in her few words I've heard ever since I existed, I got some poem about her, like my role model.
This engagement is part of Honorable Chikafunda's broader efforts through the international community of Nyachigezi ICOB Apex to mentor young people and nurture values that contribute to personal growth and community transformation.
December is just days away, and people, it really comes up with a lot of excitement, which is really true. Everybody, gets excited, and they indulge in drinking a lot and, you know, over drinking, and they get involved into reckless driving. And, you know, my message to everybody, every Munyakigezi, is to ensure we really be very careful with, you know, with what we do. And if we must, honestly, if we must drink, then do not drive, because it's not good to really risk, you know, people's lives, and or tend to really tempt, you know, the young child, both the boy child and the girl child, into vices that are really not so good. We must admit that the youth we have are very delicate and so fragile, and it is really good, the elderly people, the leaders we have, to really, you know, pave way.
Zasimwe, Gntv at 12.
We appreciate your desire for that report. Now, as we come to the close of today's bulletin, the Commissioner for Civil Registration under the National Identification Registration Authority, Quality Nira Vincent Katuti, has cautioned all married couples in Uganda to go and register their marriages with the National Identification Registration Authority. Vincent says that this will help to know the couples in Uganda and for future references. We take a look.
Okwesa record eyo tulabye abantu abangi abatambula ogenda nosaba visa nowandiika nti ngenda na mwami wange nawa mukyala wange ne bakubuuza nti evidence eriwa togenda kusika abali ku mbaga n'obatwala ojja kutwala dokumenti yaki eya gavumenti eraga nti gavumenti ebumanyi era yakuwandiisaako nawaliwo ebintu bwe bityo ne succession bw'ogenda ewa administrator general nga katugambe nti omuntu we yatwalwa nga you want to administer the estate of the deceased person obeera nga oli spouse bakwanguyiriza because olaga nti ono yali muntu wange nali mfumulugana naye ne yatwalwa ne bakwanguyiza other n'okusinga okugamba nti okusanga nga wali abantu nga mutwalo nga buli omu agamba yali musajja wange nga there is no proof. So marriage registration is proof. Bwe bukakkafu obulaga nti obufumbo bwaliwo kale nga kikata buli muntu abeere nga alisi obufumbo bwe yabuwandiisa nga alina record eyo ng'agiterese nga bw'owoza bano obeera ne birth certificate n'olinda bw'oluyitawo okukola ki okugikozesa. Laba muno another instance. Tulina ebitongole ebimu ebiweereza employees baabyo benefits, for example medical insurance naki ekitongole kinamanya kitya nti ono ye mukyalo owo bano bebaana bewazaala. Okay, wetaaga that evidence. Katugambe nti otereka sente zo ne NSSF otwaliddwa omukyala wo n'abaana banaafuniramu banaagenda mu NSSF bagambe nti ono yali tata waffe nga tebalina proof. So it's very important for us okuwandiisa bino ebintu tubeere ne rekodi zaabyo nga tuziterese. In case we need them tuzigye zikole ki zituyambe. Kati tuze tuwulira abantu abangi nga bagamba ate munamu lwera kyekondowooza buli nateeka wali ekifaananyi nti ono ye musajja. Tuwulidde nti mu Islam oyinza okuwasa by proxy. Oli Dubai omukyala ali wano oba ali America ate ne bakola embaga eyannika ate nekola ki negwawo. Kale obufumu bwonna bwe tukola nga tutambulira mu nnono era eza tradition oba ez'eddiini. Waliwo eddiini byekkiriza waliwo ne byegaana naye waliwo n'amateeka byonna nga tutunudemu nga tulina ennono zaffe nga tulina n'eddiini zebyogera waliwo n'amateeka. Kati obufumbo obutuufu bwetaaga consent. A person must consent. So kola bagamba nti omuntu alina okugenda mu bufumbo alina okuba nga alina emyaka egyo egimukkiriza okukola ki okwesalirawo. Kati tufunyamu obuzibu awo okusanga nti obeera nga it's by proxy. Katugamba ali ku Zoom onoomanyi otya nti omuntu ono kyakola akikkiririzaamu watya nga ali kazito bamugamba yogera bino naye nga gweoli ku Zoom onoomanyi nti ono bufumbo. So tubali tugamba nti wadde waliwo amadiini gaffe agakkiriza engeri bwetyo tulina okwerowoozaamu twebuuze nti omuntu singa avayo n'abuwakanya n'agamba nze bankaka muyinza okukigira okukikandulinga mutya. So kyetaaga omuntu abeerewo mu buliwo akole consent. Same n'ekifaananyi ebifaananyi bino byakajja wano. So if we talk about tradition and culture pictures are of yesterday. So bonoga nti ate ffe waffe tugenda kwanjula muntu waffe naye nga tukozesa ebifaananyi ndowooza oba ozunguwaddemu nnyo awo kyandiyagadde tudde mu nnono zaffe abantu babeerewo amaka gabeerewo tukole ekintu tukole ki nga kyekituufu kiryoke kiwandiisibwe. Nga ebyaliwo singa tumanya nti bwali bwe butyo tuyinza okutawaanyaamu awo. Kati obufumbo obwa Islamic marriage esatu kitundu waliwo foomu gye bajjuza obulungi neeraga byonna byatambula ne bakoko sitampu abali ku mukolo ogwo n'ogireeta esatu kitundu. Obwa customary marriage bw'olwandiisa mu myezi 6 egisooka basula mitwalo 2 naye singa oba osusseeko ku myezi 6 basula mitwalo 4. So kukyukamu depending on what time you have registered. Naye buli obusigadde esatu kitundu and yes you can come and file a marriage nga bagikola dda naye nga tebagiwandiisa.
Zasimwe Kagise G Gntv at 12.
Thank you, Desire, for that report, and our dear viewers of Gntv. That's all we had for today, and thanks for being part of us from the time we started to the time we are coming to the end of today's bulletin. My name is ALLIAN ATUBANDIIZE, Gntv at 12. Up next is a lunch hour service at King of Kings Church. Please come and attend with our beloved Lord Bishop Dr. Silas Tayewa and many men and women of God. Blessed